Griot is a person that can invoke feelings through music or inflection, and I think that
Trippin, Texas.
Ooh, look at that.
I got a Portuguese stuff from San Francisco.
Hey y'all, welcome to my show, Trippin in Texas with Talisa Ann. I'm tripping with one of the hottest comedians, producers, promoters, directors, designers right here in the DFW Metroplex. Ty Flexx.
greetings and salutations to you all. Thank you very much, Miss Talisa. I appreciate it. You said that like you didn't have to read that off the script too. I appreciate that. You look like she actually looked me up, y'all. That was it was like on page 5, he did this. And okay, he wanted the spelling bee back in 93. Okay, I got him. Let's do this, baby. Okay.
Let's get it. Okay, so my first question to everyone. So where are you from?
I'm originally from Houston, Texas. I was
Okay.
born and raised in Houston,
Megan.
Texas. That's right. H-Time, hold it down, baby. You know, I can't do that too long. It make my head hurt. I promise you. I can't sound like the. Even though I'm from there, I always get the call that like I'm not originally from Houston. People from my own neighborhood question me about my loyalty to the H-Town. But yes, I'm originally from Houston, 281, the SWAT, Southwest, A-Leaf, Texas. Your boy's putting it on the map in the DFW area. So yeah, I'm originally from Houston.
So what made you want to, get into comedy?
Well, honestly, I came from like a theater background. You know, when I first started, I was doing acting in school, like the Romeo and Juliet, wherefore art thou turn even folio, look beyond thy death, stuff like that. I was doing stuff like that. I played the Cowardly Lion from the dramatic version of The Wiz. I just started like doing like impressions like in front of friends. That was another thing. That's part of my comedy too. I do impressions. And I did it in front of like a friend one night and he's like, man, you should take that on stage. I'm like, what do you mean? It was, I still remember it. It was me doing the scene from Any Given Sunday with Al Pacino where he's trying to ramp up the team.
Okay, you got to let me hear that.
Oh, absolutely. I
Can't
was
be
ready.
flexing and not let me prove it.
He goes,
I don't know what to say, really. 3 minutes into the biggest battle of our professional lives. All comes down to the day.
so yeah, I would go into that. And then I went into like the whole yelling part. It's like,
Either we heal now as a team, or we will die as individuals.
you know what I'm saying? And so like my friends just ate it up. And I realized, that was kind of something that I was like, I've always been able to do. Like I can remember back like in preschool, I know like I'm a little older than most people, but you remember that cartoon Inspector Gadget?
Yes, definitely.
I knew I had a talent when I was trying to impress this girl. Her name was Jaleesa Adams.
Uh-oh.
She liked Dr. Claw. And she said, Ty, I bet you can't do that. I bet you can't do Dr. Claw. And I said,
I'll get you, gadget.
and ever since then, I knew I had a gift. I could do I do animated voices. Like I do actors. I try to do other comedians. Like one of my favorites is by far doing, like I said, the Al Pacino. I do Robert De Niro. It's like, you're gonna make me, So, and then I do Denzel.
I want to hear some more Robert De Niro. Go ahead.
Okay.
Because he was married to a black woman.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I got to take off the glasses for because it's part of the face too. You just talking to me. You're gonna make me. Hey, look, I'm gonna take off your arms. I'm gonna break them. I'm gonna poke them back on and glue them back together. You're gonna make me. I'm gonna break your face. Don't make me break your face, huh? So yeah, I do a lot of stuff. I do regional accents. I found out that I could do like an English accent.
I'm listening.
Oh, so what would you like me to say?
I don't know. Do you fancy me?
Would you like some beans and franks?
Beans and
Maybe
franks.
a shag and a lorry? Huh? And I can do a little bit of
A shag.
accent, like Idris Elba, like was it like from Pacific Rim? He's like, today, in spite of losing hope within ourselves, we have chosen to find help within each other. Today, we are canceling the apocalypse. So yeah, I do a little bit of Denzel. I call it Denzel-isms because I can't quite get it. I do like the little, things that he's known for. He does the little finger point, the little half, little droop, coma, like slow. What's it called? Stroke lip thing. Is okay. All right. Okay. Huh? You want me to
Interview? Huh? Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, I'm here. You here? I'm here. We're gonna interview. Okay, all right. That's what I'm talking about. So
Oh my God, I'm so impressed. I mean, yeah, he just did Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't want your viewers calling me, that ain't Denzel, man. That's Denzel like,
Okay.
So, and then, like I said, I do character voices, Crunk from Emperor's New Groove. That way. Okay. Hey, guys. Hey, look. Squeak, squeaker. Squeak, squeakity, squawk. Okay. So, yeah.
I mean, so you do a lot of voiceovers.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I do.
So do you have a career in voiceovers?
I'm slowly trying. If anybody sees this, I'm open to the public. I'm a good voiceover artist. I did work in radio for about a year. I did internet radio as a podcast DJ. I worked for the GFN network. Shout out to GFN.
Hey.
Yeah, so I did that for a while, but I've never just had the opportunity to get back, to get into it. So, if this is my calling, if somebody can see this, look your brother up. Hey, I can be 45 people in one room. You ain't even got to hire that many people.
So that means you have multiple personalities, huh?
Nah, just a lot of friends that you can't see.
Oh,
Shut
wow.
up. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Bye, Ted.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. Keep going.
But a lot of that came from was the fact that I've heard accents all my life. Like, look, it may not look like it, but your boy comes from a Latino background. Hola, mi gente, para todos aquí en habla español. Soy Ty Flexx. My family is from Panama. Mi familia es de Panama. So, yeah.
So, what was your first set like?
Well, my first set, it was actually here in the DFW about 4 years ago, when my friend first noticed that I can do impressions. It was at a spot in Deep Ellum called Will Call.
Oh,
yeah.
Been here.
I did. My first open mic was 5 minutes. They said you can do 3 minutes of your written material and 2 minutes the crowd can roast you. And I was ready for it. I was ready for the insults because I come from I'm a Houstonian. So I come from the snapping and everybody making jokes on you. So I had a list of things I was already saying, and I knew I had an unfair disadvantage against the audience because once I go into a room, it's anytime I do comedy, I scan the area. And I do something now I call positive heckling. Like, I'm not going to talk about you. I'm not going to make you feel bad for sitting at my show. I'm going to say something that's absolutely ridiculous about you that you have no choice but to like.
Right.
But whenever I was in that situation, I remember one woman said, you don't make it, like, she said, your jokes aren't funny, or like, you don't produce them fast enough. And I told her, and I made her cry too. I said, your kneecaps look like two sad men crying, I said, I bet you know how, I said, out of desperation, I bet you know how to eat ice cream in the shower without it getting wet.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's skills. That's skills. That's skills.
Oh, man.
How do you eat ice cream in the shower without it getting wet? I eat ice cream in the summertime.
Oh, man.
I eat ice cream in the wintertime, my bad.
Yeah, I told one dude one time, I said, I bet when you cut yourself, depression comes out. So, like, yeah, I'm vicious. I'm a fat kid from Houston, Texas. I done heard it all. You know what I'm saying? So it's a defense mechanism, but it's something that I don't pride myself on. I am not a violent, visceral comedian. I love to make people laugh. Like, if you ever come to my shows, it's all about good times, good feelings, good vibes. I dance. I do impressions.
You dance?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of dance moves you got?
Boy, don't make me get up on these stage and break both my kneecaps. I'm telling you. Look, I came from the 80s. You understand me?
80s?
Yes.
I came from the 70s and the late 70s and the early 80s.
Look, I can bring up some stuff from the 70s that you probably don't even remember. You remember the Electric Boogaloos?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. See, I know about them. I love, was it Fred the Penguin Berry rerun?
What?
Yes, Boogaloo Sam.
What?
I know about all them people. The Treacherous Three.
What?
Yes.
You know about that Get Down on it?
Yes, absolutely. Cool in the Gang, Jackson 5. That's me all day. And you can tell that's a lot of the things that I bring into my show because I like to be seen. I had a friend a long time ago. His name was Shed, and he said, the one thing about presentation is that you got to be ready to expose your peacock. And I didn't know what that meant.
What was your peacock?
Because if you don't know, the male peacock is the one with the feathers. And whenever you go out, you got to present yourself for the whole world to see. That's not your time to cluster in and close up. You got to be immaculate. You got to show yourself, you know? So that's what I do. And if you ever seen any of my comedy shows, I'm always wearing a different color suit. I wear different color accents. I have gold or silver and everything. But yeah, I want it to be not only just an auditory experience, I want it to be a physical experience.
I was walking my son to the store. We stayed in a lot of houses. My mom she just moved us out the hood, and into the, you know, this not so hood, but it was still hood. And I was walking, I had my son. I'm like, yeah, we're going to walk to the store, you know? And as I look over out of this is my left eye, and I'm like, okay, that's a peacock.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't do drugs. I didn't do anything. I wasn't even drinking at the time, but it was a real live peacock in somebody's backyard.
Let me tell you something. It caught your eye, didn't it?
Yeah, it caught my eye.
That's what I'm talking
and
about.
I was scared because all the feathers,
Yeah.
you know, they came out, and it was like looking at me like, ooh, peacock.
He was promoting himself.
But the thing is, it's like Kevin Hart, and it was like coming towards me. It was coming towards me, and
He was looking at you.
I was looking
But
at
he's
him.
running this way.
Yeah, I'm like, why? And the thing is, I took off running. I took off running so fast, I ran out of my shoes, and I ran. My baby was probably only a year old at the time.
Don't tell me you left the child.
Man, I left his child, but I ain't get that far.
Well, you took like 10 steps, like, oh, I got a child with me.
I got a whole baby.
It's like, girl, I can't go back to my mama's house without my baby. Just
Right. So I
go call CPS, so be it. I have to explain. The child is growing up with the peacock now. He got feathers. I don't know. I don't know what happened. He was looking at me. The feathers with my left foot and right foot just took off. I'm so sorry.
I took the hell off, and I looked back. I'm like, wait a minute. I got a whole child. Just
Oh, boy.
So I went back, and I grabbed my child, and I'm like, hey, he dropped his shoes, and I took off.
How old is your child now?
My child is probably 33 now.
33?
He's going on 33.
Do they bring that up every birthday?
He don't remember.
Like, mama, you remember that one time?
Nope.
Remember that one time when we saw the peacock, mama? You owe me about 33 Jordans for that one, mama. You remember that one, right, mama? Don't think I forgot. All I see is just bright feathers, and I get scared. I don't know what happened.
Oh, wow. You are crazy. I definitely got to have you back on the show.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So how do you handle humor in difficult situations?
I always use humor as, I guess you could say, a defense mechanism. It's just something that I've always naturally done. I can't be the saddest person in the room. Like, I always take that moment to uplift everybody else.
Yes.
Like, even in death, when times have passed, and I always talk about the funny moments of when that person passed away. If we lose a game, I talk about how we lost the game, but I'm going to make it funny.
I know.
You like, Jimmy, you should have had your shoes tied, man. That's why you missed that ball. That's why you got the interception, bro. You should have had your shoes tied. That's all it is. You can't catch no ball with no shoes, untied shoes. That's what I'm saying. You can't do that. So, but yeah, I don't know. I've always felt like humor in a comedic aspect was a superpower.
Right.
You know, we all have it, but it all comes out differently. Everybody has this ability to invoke a crowd. You ever seen the movie Sinners?
Definitely.
Yeah, you know when they talk about a griot, right?
Right.
A griot is a person that can invoke feelings through music or inflection. And I think that, you know, as comedians, we have a little bit of that gift.
Yes.
Because we have the power to change the temperament of complete strangers.
Right.
With the power of our voice or with the power of our actions. And I think that that's magical. You know, I truly think that we have a talented, like, just embedded superpower as comedians.
Every time I had the opportunity to make somebody laugh, to make them
Yes.
smile, to lift their day, to make them feel good, I was like in there.
Yes.
You know, I was in that space.
Right.
And they would tell me, "Oh, you're my best friend. I love you."
See,
blah, blah, blah.
this is how I found out I'm the fat best friend to all
The
the pretty
fat best
girls.
friend?
Yeah, to all the pretty girls, because for whatever reason, all the way up until 9th grade, they thought I was gay because I just used to sympathize with them whenever they would break up with the little hot boy toy of the month or whatever. I'd be like, girl,
Hot
it's
boy.
okay. You ain't got to worry about that, man. He's okay. And I don't know where the voice came from, but
Yeah.
I knew it was very sympathized. Like, girl, we're going to get our nails done. It's okay. We can go get some lemonade at Starbucks. And so we could talk about it. It's all right. But I don't know what happened. It just came out. But I'm telling you, I'm fully straight. I'm married, happily married. Ain't never been gay. Don't want to be gay. But shout out to the LGBT
Yeah,
community.
BGTQ.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I just always knew that I had a way of making people laugh.
Yes.
And the more that I've, fine-tuned this talent we call comedy, I've learned to just, make it cater to me. And then what I do is I do a lot of act outs. I do storytelling. I do impressions. I integrate that into my stories. And, I just try to make people feel like they have a good time. Like I said, I do a little bit of Michael Jackson on stage,
Okay, you got to do some Michael Jackson here.
Wait a minute now. See, look, I ain't bringing the right shoes.
Hey. You should prepare. You got to stay ready for you don't have to get ready.
You know what? See, look, you lucky I took my omega-3 fish oils today. I'm trying to save it for the 28th now.
The 28th.
Yes.
I mean, but at the end of the day, I feel you so much, and I feel like you're a star.
Thank you.
You are a star because,
Hush your mouth
I
and
think
keep on talking.
everybody, it's a lot of people are born to do this.
Yeah.
And I say this all the time. A lot of people are born to do this. And some people just fall into it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But it's not going to make them who they supposed to be on this planet. But with that said, has there some jokes you regret using?
The only jokes I regret using are the ones I don't put out on stage.
What is that?
Like anything that I forget to say, anything that I feel like I'm too scared to approach, like I know some people don't talk about politics. I jokingly talk about politics because I don't go either way. Like I said, I'm a United States veteran. I was in the Army, so I don't.
Veteran.
Thank you. Oh, all my Army people out there. I don't support Republican or Democrat. The way I look at it, it's just wrestling for adults. Yeah. On stage they talk about you did this and you did that, but behind the curtains they playing golf in Mar-a-Lago.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, I don't really have a political view. I just point out the nuances between the two parties. I talk about both of them. The one thing I don't mess with religion. I just have this kind of disdain from doing that because I don't like making fun of anybody's religion.
Right.
I don't make fun of anything that helps a person get through the day. You know? But I would say the only thing that I regret doing on stage is the thing that I left in my back pocket.
Okay, yeah. What's that? Yes. What's in that back pocket?
I mean, just figuratively speaking, anything I may forget to say, anything I'm afraid to touch because I feel like I didn't fine tune the joke. I can't think of anything off the rip right now, but I'm just speaking in general. If I felt like, I didn't work on that joke well enough, or I didn't work on the timing of that, that voice, or I didn't work on this too much, That's the one thing I regret. I feel like if I look back at it, because I'm my own biggest critic.
Right.
Anytime I do a show, I have it taped. I wait about 12 hours, then I watch it. And I'm like a statistician. I'm like a coach. I'm critiquing myself. Okay, you didn't say that. Took too long to say that. You paused too long to say that. Oh, you rushed through that. You know what I'm saying? Or you were supposed to be on stage left. You stage right. What you doing? That's me. So anytime I feel like I don't get my full material out, that's the one thing I regret.
Yeah, and that's something I regret myself. It's like I could have said, I wish I would have, could have, should have, would have.
Right.
But with that said, what techniques do you use to control a crowd?
Like I said, I do positive heckling. I do a little bit of introductional crowd work where I'll point out somebody and I'll talk about something that I know that they're happy about. Like they see they got a nice little haircut or they wearing a nice little sporty jacket. I'll talk about them. Or if you see a big dude in the audience, I call him an Avenger. You know what I'm saying? I said, sir, that secret identity ain't fooling nobody. I know you a superhero. You know what I'm saying? I'll say stuff like that. Or somebody an older woman, say that she normally doesn't get talked to in public. I make her the most beautiful person in the room. I talk about how beautiful she is, and I'll probably make her feel a little blushful or flirtatious. I'll probably say something a little lewd. I ain't gonna say it here, but I'll say something a little lewd about her physical activities. I make her feel good, make her feel like.
What would you say?
Oh, you want me to say it?
Say it. It's Trippin in Texas.
Look, I'll see a cougar, maybe not cougar, but
why you look at me and say it?
A more refined and aged woman, right? And I look at her, I ask her what her name is, and she'll be like, she'll tell me her name. I say, ooh, the way you said that, I bet when dudes fuck you, you fuck them right back. And I act it out on stage. I'll turn around against the wall. I'll be like, yeah, you like this dick, don't you? You gonna take this motherfucking pussy, huh? Why the dick falling out? Why the dick falling out? Why you trying to run from the pussy, huh? Why you trying to run from the pussy? But yeah, that's what I do. I love for everybody to feel like they are part of the Ty Flexx experience. You know what I'm saying?
Ty Flexx, his little experience.
Yes.
Trippin in Texas.
Exactly.
Okay, so have you ever, Do you have a mentor?
Do I have a mentor? I have a lot of mentors. Like, I keep it close. I could say my dad. My dad is the most funniest, non-funny person that I have ever met my entire life. Next to that, I would say Richard Pryor.
Oh, everybody loves that Richard Pryor.
I love Richard Pryor because he has literally he's created this formula of turning the most negative, vile thing about his life and made it to where 2,000 people can have a comedic experience for about an hour.
Yeah, and that's a great thing. That's an awesome thing. And I think you're the third person to say Richard Pryor.
Yeah,
but I also
like my comic Moses, man.
Do you know who Pamela Gear is?
Pamela Greer, absolutely. Foxy Brown,
Foxy Brown,
lopsided titty. Yes, I know about Pam Greer. I knew about Pam Greer when I was 4 years old, and I saw her in Black Sheba, and she took off her top, and I was wondering why her nipples was throwing up gang signs. I still loved them though. Pam Greer, if you listen to this, I love your cross-eyed titties. Look, just please. Don't beat me up in the street, Pam Greer, please.
Get him, Pam. Get him, Pam. Take him down.
Look, if y'all don't believe me, just Google it right now. Pam Greer nude, and you going to see what I'm talking about. It ain't me. You blame her plastic surgeon, whoever did that. He was drunk that day.
Richard Pryor did that. Yeah. Okay, we're going to get deep.
Yes, let's go.
Because I have 3 people to say Richard Pryor, and it's not that I'm not against Richard Pryor.
Yes,
but you know, when I first started watching comedy, of course I seen Richard Pryor in the movies, but my thing was Eddie Murphy. But we're gonna stay on Richard Pryor, and I actually read Pam Greer's book, you know, and stuff like that, the Foxy Brown, and in the book. You know, this is not to take away from another black man.
Oh, no.
We're not taking away from another black man. Right. We're not down on another black man.
Of course.
The thing is, it's like when he was going through what he was going through, and you have no right to judge anybody.
Absolutely not.
But allegedly, and I say allegedly because it was in her book, and she was saying the reason why she can't have kids is because of him. Because he used to put the coke on his peen.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
And penetrate her.
Right.
And when it was time for her to produce babies and stuff like that, it messed up her whole thing. I'm not down in it, but at the end of the day, when you're in the industry, okay, whether it's music, comedy, or whatever it is you're trying to do in this game,
right?
People tend to do drugs and stuff like that.
Yes.
So how you as a comedian, Ty Flexx,
yes, ma'am,
stay away from all that?
I like being in control of myself. And I've always had that mindset. Like for a while, I'll be honest with you, I used to smoke weed, and that was to kind of like counterbalance my ADHD.
Okay.
And yeah, I've suffered from it for my entire life. You can tell by how spastic I am, by how I'm looking around. But yeah, but I would smoke weed, and I would notice that it would literally derail me from all of the aspirations that I wanted to achieve. And I knew I had to make a personal choice. It's either you can keep sitting in this broke down, you know, triplex house in Oak Cliff. Nothing against Oak Cliff. I used to live there, but
Pokey Key.
Yeah, off of Galloway and Denley. I'm telling you, right in the heart. I'm telling you. But yeah, you could either make a choice to keep doing this in this back bedroom, or you can put the pen to the pad and let that ADHD run wild, and you can make 150 people laugh, and you can change 150 people's day. You know, and I chose to do that. Now the thing with Richard, my infatuation with Richard, yes, he was not the greatest person. But I'm not looking at the person, I'm looking at his art, you know, and I'm not taking anything away from what he did. Yeah, there were some times he did some vile stuff. I've heard about the things that he's done. Do I credit that? No. Do I champion that? Absolutely not. You know, I hope later on in his life before he passed away that he was able to rectify those demons.
Yes.
But when I look at his performance, I see where those moments of chaos and confusion were able to craft this magnificent tapestry of comedy for an hour.
Yes.
You know, he really talked about shooting the engine block out of his wife's car, you know, and he turned that into being funny.
Yes.
He was like one of the first comedians who was openly talking about sleeping with trans people, you know.
Trans?
Yeah. If you look back, he will say that he kissed he called it the F word back in the day, but you know, he openly admitted that he did it when he was doing his drug binges. He didn't care where he stuck it, you know, and he figured out a way to make,
obviously.
yeah, he figured out a way to make that funny. And I can do nothing but respect an artist for his artistic view on his own chaos.
Yeah. And you know what? I appreciate that so much. You're
Yes, ma'am.
so talented in every way. And the thing is, people don't understand. You have to go through things
Yes.
in order to build who you are today. You know, you wouldn't be able to sit here and do what you do and say what you say if you didn't go through the things that you had to go
Most
through.
definitely. A lot of people say that comedy is probably one of the easiest, or most cheapest forms of therapy. You didn't let me finish. It's the cheapest forms of therapy because when you're first doing open mic, you're literally just venting about things that you find funny, but may, in a way, make you mad. But then you start to learn how to, it's like building a clay pot from just a mold.
Yes.
You're starting with the foundation. When you're first doing your open mics, it's just that little clab of dough. But then when you learn how to put like your own little twist on it, now you're starting to form that vase.
Right.
You're starting to make the design. You're starting to learn how to like create little indentions and little patterns in the flow of your comedy.
Right.
So I think, yeah, you have to come from pain to learn how to express joy.
But my thing is also, even though it comes from pain, do it always have to come from pain?
Not necessarily. Sometimes it can come from like one of the most greatest moments of your life. It can come from, you know, you winning the championship or you getting that job that you didn't think that you was going to get. You getting the girl that you never thought you had a chance of getting. There's humor in that. You know,
Yes.
what you did to prepare to get that woman, what you knew you was going to say.
What you gonna say? What you gonna
Shoot,
say?
You know,
What was your, okay, you know what? Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Look, I don't want you slipping now.
No, I ain't slipping. I'm not slipping.
Yeah.
Don't get my feet. But anyway, okay, when you decided you seen this woman, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, you just want her.
Yes.
So what was it like, you know, approaching her?
I use my assets.
What was your assets
I'm a
at the
nerd.
time?
I like quirky dad jokes.
Okay.
I like being vulnerable. I like to make people laugh. I don't like to be this alpha bravado type of dude. I mean, yeah, I like to lift weights. I like to work out. I'm into martial arts. But at the same time, I love talking about poetry. I love calligraphy. I love doing painting. So like
Calligraphy.
Yeah, calligraphy is old school, like old school English writing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I learned,
okay,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I like, you know, Japanese haikus. I like
Haikus? What's
Yeah,
that?
it's a systematic style of poetry. I can't remember the syntax structure, but I think it's like 3 syllables, 5 syllables, 3 syllables. But like, yeah, the rain in the east drops slowly down. Don't get me to quote it because look, but I do like haikus. But when I met my wife, I met her at the
And
gym.
how long you been married?
I've been married now. April 4th will be officially a year, but I count November 8th because that was the day I truly invested in my wife. We got a full-blown wedding. I bought her a memory that nobody else can ever give her.
What was that?
A Highland cow. Y'all laughing. It's like a golden shepherd with horns. I'm telling you, it's ugly but beautiful. His name is Bubby and he lives on a farm and I can't stand him, but she loves him.
Okay.
But yeah, but what I did when I went up to my wife, I just did something stupid. She was on the treadmill. I saw her walk, you know, doing her little step master. And I asked her, I said, "Excuse me, miss, do you know how much a polar bear weighs?" And she said, "No." And I said, "Well, it weighs enough to break the ice. My name is Ty." You know?
Oh, hey, Ty.
You know what I'm saying? I love cheesy stuff like that. I
Yeah.
love dad jokes. You know,
Right.
I'm that guy that just always feels the need to just throw in that useless bit of funny just to make the awkward silence just a little less awkward, you know?
Oh wow, you are a superstar.
No.
But I'm gonna move on to the curveball
Curveball, okay.
curveball questions.
All right.
This is my ball.
All right. You mind if I get a little bit of drink of my
Go
my
ahead.
specialty?
Go ahead.
It's just water. 'Cause look, my wife's gonna watch this. And she's like, "I know you wasn't drinking up there." No, baby, it's water. It's Dasani. I promise.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you get to pull 3, and I get to pull 3.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what? Before we do that,
Okay.
what can we find you on social media?
You can find me on social media with Instagram. I'm Ty Flexx Comedy 85. Not Tinder. What I was gonna say Tinder. Lord,
Tinder.
Don't kill me. My
Go
wife,
to Tinder.
please.
Go to
I meant to say
Tinder.
TikTok. TikTok. I'm on the Ty Flexx comedy. I got a Facebook page that says
Your wife
Ty
heard
Flexx.
that.
I know she heard it. And she
Tender.
look, if I end up missing, y'all know what happened, okay? Look, this is my ransom letter now. I didn't mean to say it, okay? It was a slip. I ain't got no Tinder no more, okay? Just
No more. Since
no,
when?
since what? 3 years now.
Okay.
3 years, yeah. I've been officially off the
Tender
leash.
young thing. Huh?
Yes, ma'am. I'm happily taken. These young dudes, man, they are vicious. I don't want to compete with them no more. They done figured out how to make money on PlayStation, and they put down, they eat ass, and they dating profiles. I'm not trying to fuck with them. No, absolutely not. I lost a girl to a young dude one time before I met my wife. You know how he did it? He airdropped her his penis while we was at a dinner date.
Ooh.
That's smooth. He just walked right by, boom, and she got a little notification. She looked up at her, he gave her the thumbs up. She walked off. That was the end of it.
Oh wow. Plow.
That was the end of it. I can't compete with that. I still do the check box. Do you like me? Yes or no? Maybe. I don't know.
No.
That's me. That's my speed. I can't airdrop my dick. I don't have presentation dick like that. I just don't have random dick pictures of mine in my phone where I can do that. I got to put filters on it in Photoshop. I might have to blow it up a little bit. I don't know.
What?
Yes.
Ty Flexx in the building.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about right here, right now. But we're going to keep it pushing
Yes.
to these curveball questions.
Yes, ma'am. So I picked 3, right?
You pick 3, I
Okay.
pick 3. Long
Oh,
day.
man, I'm good. Look at that. In one swipe. I'm like the claw from Toy Story.
Oh my God. Are you and Micah Thomas related?
No, but you know what? I do consider Mike T like a younger brother of mine because we've actually been through this comedy game now consistently for about 3 years.
Okay.
He took a chance on me, and I have been forever thankful for that. He met
great.
me at a showcase where I was just doing a whole bunch of characters. I was kind of like Sandman from the Apollo.
Okay.
And he's like, brother, do you do comedy? I was like, no. He's like, you need to. And I was like, okay. So I got with him a little bit later. He said, you got 5 minutes of material? And I said, yeah. Matter of fact, Michael Thomas or Mike T, he put me on my first show.
You know what? And I am so grateful because Mike Thomas brought you through.
Yes.
And, you know, I let everything happens for a reason
Absolutely.
and stuff like that. And I love that. Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, Mike T.
He did his thing.
That's
on the
my
show.
buddy, y'all.
But we're going to keep it pushing to these curveball
Yes, ma'am.
questions. So you go first.
Have you ever lied about liking a gift? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I'm going to tell you what it is because she ain't in my life no more. It was an ex-girlfriend who used to practice very questionable religious practitioners, okay? She gave me a chicken foot.
A chicken foot.
A chicken
She was
foot.
trying to spell you.
Yeah, I know. Because look, every time I hear a ding, I hear whistles. I don't know what it is, but just I'm telling you. But yeah, she gave me a cut off chicken foot and told me to keep it on my windowsill. I never did it. I just said that I lost it when I moved, and I never had to speak about it ever again. But yeah, I got a chicken foot, a real
wow.
chicken foot.
Oh, well, I don't think it's ever been a gift that I didn't like because, like I said, I like everything everybody gives to me,
Right.
so I'm grateful.
So
So
it
it's,
seems like you got a nice husband that knows exactly what you want too.
oh, is that right?
Yeah, he look like he caters to you.
There's darling, I will get you whatever you want. You want to go to Bed Bath & Beyond? Sure, no problem. Okay. All right. Yes. Absolutely. Okay. In a Toyota, all right?
Okay, you're killing me.
was-
You're killing me. Okay.
Husband, don't punch me in the chest after the show, please. These are all jokes. He
Okay.
looked like he can fight too. He looked like Chuck Norris undercover for real. Just
You like it whoop your ass?
yeah, he looked like he got a pair of nunchucks in his back pocket. Just-
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna read one of my questions now.
yes, please.
Okay. What was your favorite TV show growing up? You know what? I'm gonna put this over there because
Okay.
the only reason why because people already asked that question.
Okay.
And I don't want to
I
answer
was just
the
gonna
same.
put it over there because
Okay.
you did it, but
Okay. Now this is mine.
yes.
Now Duncan Hines or Betty Crocker?
Oh, you gonna make my whole fat boy existence just show out. I'm with the BC. I'm with Betty Crocker. I love the lemon cake. I love the double Dutch chocolate cake. What else? Anything else with chocolate cake, strawberry and cream cake? Like I sound like Bubba from Forrest Gump. Just chocolate cake, strawberry cake, raspberry cake, cake. You know what I'm saying? I just like the cake where it turned into little chocolate balls. You put it on the stick. I like that cake too. But no, I like all kinds of cake. I really do. Well, was it not Duncan Hines, but Betty Crocker?
Yeah.
Yes. It made me feel like a real pastry chef because all I need is just a little bit of water and flour, and I feel like a whole, baker in my own kitchen.
All right, your time.
Oh, my turn. There we go. Baby oil or cocoa? Why you put me on the Diddy list already?
Diddy.
We've been sitting
Bad
up
boy.
here smiling in each other's faces like we like each other. You gonna make me say some disrespectful stuff. No self-respecting black man in America say the word baby oil together. We can't do that no more. Diddy done messed it up for us. You gotta put baby oil under condoms just to hide the baby oil, so people at the grocery store don't look at you weird. You can't even buy baby oil like a self-respecting American in America no more because Diddy done messed it up for us. I got baby oil in my closet right now that I'm afraid to pull out because I'm scared that the FBI is gonna come in and break in my house. Okay, I'm sorry, no, but I'm gonna go with cocoa butter. Give me the Jergens cocoa butter. I will do that all day. It lasts all day. I smell like a little chocolate almond bar. A lot of people say I'm cute and small and compact like a Hershey Kiss, so I want to cater to that. So
yeah, what Ty Flexx?
Yes,
what it is?
Well,
okay.
I'm supposed to ask you that question too.
No, that was your question.
Okay, right on.
If it was my question, it was his question.
No more
and
baby
he
oil
answered it
talk.
better. Okay, do you have ass shingles?
Hell no, I ain't that old yet.
Wait a minute, hold on. You ain't got to be old to have ass shingles.
Oh, ashy ankles. I thought you said shingles. Lord, I'm getting deaf.
I had my shingle shot.
I was like, wait a minute. I got 2 more years before I got to qualify for that. But no, ash ankles all the time. Every time when I wake up in the morning, it looked like I was kicking powder. I promise you.
Ooh, baby powder, right?
The baby powder.
What you got over there?
The question, let's see. Do you sleep with the lights on? Absolutely not. I'm Nosferatu when it's time to go to bed. I don't even like having the TV on anymore. But I do listen to ambient music. That's one thing that helps. It's like this channel on YouTube where you do like 450 megahertz and it does like weird pulsing vibrations through your ears and it's supposed to like calm you internally. But yeah, I don't like the lights on. I can't do the lights because it make me think people are walking around.
Okay, looking at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm scared of ghosts too.
Question, Alicia Keys or Mary J. Blige?
Why you gonna do me like that?
I'm gonna do you like that.
Oh man, look,
like that.
I'm gonna go. Since I'm an older fella, I'm gonna go with Mary J.
Mary J.
Because there's a lot of songs that I love from Mary. I do like a lot of songs from Alicia Keys, but I love Mary J because she's had like a whole just catalog of just hits. There's one song, All That I Can Say. I love that one. You Remind Me. Man, there's so many. Even when she was like first starting out, she had that little tomboy look with the open baseball jersey and the backwards cap and the Timberland boots. I still felt like I wanted to kiss her on the mouth, but still,
Damn, how old are you?
I'm gonna be 41 this year.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
41.
Say black don't crack, but it definitely sure do hurt.
No,
when you
it
wake
don't
up.
crack unless you smoke crack.
There you go. And Whitney said it. Crack is whack. Don't do crack, y'all.
Wendy?
PSA announcement for all the people listening. Crack is bad.
Hey, I just want to thank you for coming through. It's been amazing. You are talented. And
Thank you so much.
I look forward to seeing you on that big stage, that big platform, putting people on. All I want you to do is come back on over here
Absolutely.
to Trippin' in Texas to Lisa Ann.
Yes, ma'am.
We tripping.
Trippin' in Texas, hey, we trippin', Trippin' in Texas, hey, we trippin',